busco a todos lados, no puedo yo encontrar un amor que me comprenda y que me quiera.
Buenas noches. Welcome everybody to another edition of Let's Talk Tejano here on Serious Tejano. I am Miss Mary out here in Dallas, Texas. So buenas noches. I have my co-host with me, DJ Elite, George Medina, and we have a special guest, Mr. Gilbert, with us from Los Chamacos. So I'm gonna turn over to the guys to
Saludos, saludos,
introduce
saludos.
themselves,
Yes,
and yeah, we're gonna get started.
that's right. DJ Lee right here with you on a Wednesday night. So blessed to be here. We got our man Gilbert from Los Chamacos. So excited to hear everything that we can pull out of him and see, of course, the latest and what's going on and all that good stuff. And then, of course, we got my man George Medina.
What's going on there, Gilbert? How you doing, man? This is George from
Saludos, saludos. I'm good,
Houston. Welcome
man.
into the podcast. Awesome, dude.
Yeah,
Where you come from? San Antonio?
San Antonio, born and raised. What can I say? I mean, man, San Antonio's great for me.
Yeah, I hear
Home
that,
of the
man.
San
Yeah,
Antonio
I say the
Spurs.
same thing
We
about
can't go
Houston.
wrong. I mean,
Woo-hoo! Go Spurs.
Well, welcome into the show, man. We're gonna get it kicked off, and I'll bring it back to Mary, and let's get going.
All right. Well, again, welcome everybody. Let's talk Tejano here on Serious Tejano. Big saludos. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. And we have Mr. Gilbert with us from Los Chamacos. So I'm going to let you introduce yourself and then we'll get right to it and start this wonderful podcast.
well, if you don't know, my name is Gilbert Fierros from Los Chamacos, born and raised in San Antonio, Texas. I've been with Los Chamacos, man, going on 19 years already with them, and it's been a hell of a ride. It's been a crazy ride, and I can't take away what we built here with Los Chamacos and what we're still doing for, of course, the fans and everybody that still follows Los Chamacos and still appreciates what we have in store for them and still what we do for pretty much everybody that's always followed Los Chamacos, keeping the roots still going and keeping it strong as we can.
Wonderful. So you said 19 years, and so you've seen all sides of the business. I mean,
Oh yeah.
let's talk a little bit about where we started and what that felt like to be a part of that band 19 years ago.
19 years ago, I started as a roadie. A good friends from my from here, San Antonio, got me locked in with at the time when it was Jaime Los Chamacos, and kicked it off as a roadie. I was still in school at the time. I was maybe 15, 16, working with them on the road, going from there straight to school, and what I had happened just turned 21. I had asked Jaime at the time, can I join the band? Can I just jam? I really just wanted to jam at Dono Explosions because at the time Dono Explosions was bumping in San Antonio, and he said, what? Why don't you jump out tonight? And they were playing at Grand Central Station in San Antonio, and I was like, oh, for real? I went to go buy all this equipment and set up all my stuff like if I've been playing for years, and I just showed up and he gave me a chance, and from then on it was all history. I mean, went to Vegas and we were nominated for a Latin Grammy, and from then on, that's when he introduced me as being their percussionist for Los Chamacos at the time. So from then on, stuck it out, and here now, 19 years later.
Wow, 19 years.
Were you had you always been a percussionist? Was it something you grew into? Like talk to us a little bit how you started
Grow,
being a percussionist.
growing up, my dad was a drummer for local bands here in San Antonio, and typical little kid, I would always follow. My passion really wanted to play the accordion, but I never followed through. So the best bet was, my dad got me my first pair of congas and started jamming with his band and moved on from like different bars here and there locally, and I fell in love with just the reaction of people that they were having, and people were liking the whole um, the way we performed, stuff like that. So I was like, oh man, this is something cool. I didn't think it would be something big. To when I actually started getting more into Tejano, started getting more into all that. I mean, Junto's always been in my blood, as in it's always been in the family. So I'm probably the only one, and I have cousins, primos that do the same thing, But um, it's just a passion that I've loved, and my dad brought me into the Honda, so I was just like, you know what, let's try it out. So that's how it came about. So and before that I was DJing, so I was
Oh,
able to hear a lot of music from different crowds and stuff. So it's just a matter of now taking the role that I take now with Los Chamacos. It's a lot different than just being at the back and playing percussions, So
Right.
right. I can only imagine, man. Of course. So that puts you at, if you've been 19 years. Let me count my toes here. But about what, 2006 that you
2006.
actually joined those Chamacos. Now, saying that you DJ. I don't know how long you've been DJing, but Chamacos have been around since '82. So I
Yeah,
can
they
only imagine. Did you ever think to yourself, I'm going to be part of a band that had already been instilled in Tejano music, at that time?
at that time I remember when I first seen them the very first time. It was at a market at it was at Mission County Park or
Mhm.
Rosedale. It was Rosedale Park.
Yeah.
And I told myself, you know what, I want to jam with them one day, And I was a fan. I'm still a fan, the whole situation. And coming now, I'm like, of course, yeah, this is a legendary band that's been there back in the with the Raul de Anda days, the David de Andas, the Juan Pierre, of course, the Hector Theos and the Rubens.
Yep.
Also, different musicians came and they built something here to have Jaime Los Chamacos at the time, and we're just keeping the name what people still remember Los Chamacos as, and trying to keep it to where it's what it's always been. It's no right or wrong answer into what is Los Chamacos, who are those Chamacos, because the root from the 2000s all the way down was still there from day one, minus Jaime not being there, but everybody else was there at a certain point to where it was Los Chamacos,
Yeah.
if it makes sense.
Oh yeah, yeah, and y'all still have that legendary sound, and that's the thing. And I don't, we'll kind of jump right into it. I don't think that y'all are trying to change that at all, if anything.
No, I mean we put out already a lot of our singles,
Hmm.
because at one point we didn't know what we were stuck at one point, because of course when the front man takes off, it's just a pretty much like, oh well, how are we gonna sound now? What are we gonna do? So we came out with different singles
Hmm.
that I guess we really didn't have them push them, and we didn't push them as ourselves as much.
Hmm.
So that's why everybody's wondering, like, well, do these guys have their own music, or do they? I mean, at the end of the day, the music we play, it's really nobody's music. It's the people that wrote it. So
Exactly.
it's neither ours or theirs. It's just everybody plays them. Like every conjunto, plays every song
Right.
to. So when we came out with all our singles, which was the first ones was Fueron tus celos, excuse me, La vida es justa, Te quedarás, Besos y copas, ¿Cómo estás tú, Chamaco medley, and
Mm.
now our latest one that we've been pushing, which is Donde estás cariñito.
Right.
Those were all originals for us to take out on our own as chamacos,
Yeah.
And that's what we pretty much just try to feel what people are wanting to hear. But again, you're gonna get the people that want to hear the Pájaro Negro, the Como te llamas Paloma, Yolanda, Ex Novia. So you're gonna get that. So of
Yeah.
course we gotta cater to pretty much everybody there. Can't cater to everybody, but at least they remember and to see the faces that were on stage and be like, oh, those are chamacos, but wait, somebody's missing. Wait, hold on, no, what it sounds like them, is it them? But it's us.
That's right. It is you.
Oh, with that being said, I mean, obviously the changes that the band had to go through, that change the creative process with the music making, like did y'all start showing more responsibility as far as creativity, songwriting?
As far as that, we like to leave a lot of that stuff to our bass player Edward. Of course, we'll give him our ideas and we'll talk here. We'll try to get our young hip to his old knowledge, to where it's like, okay, well, you've been around in the game longer. You know the way everything's ran. So we'll get with him or we'll get with Roel. We'll talk. How does this? What do you think? People are gonna enjoy this. What do you think? Would you dance to it? Would you? Is like, well, I don't know. Everybody's doing it like this. Everybody's doing that. That one. Well, let's try this. Let's try that. And some of these songs, songwriters have approached us and they gave us these songs. Well, you know what? Let's try to put it in our way. How will we try to work with it? So we'll be in the studio and we'll be breaking it down. Okay, well, let's do something here. It sounds better like this, so let's do it like that. And that's how it came about. So pretty much, that's how pretty much it's a team. It's a team effort. I mean, again, nobody ain't no I. Where it's just one person does everything. No, it's everybody's breaks down and everybody gets together and they brainstorm, to make something good that people are gonna like, not just something that I don't know, I don't like it. Make sure people
Yeah.
love it, make sure people are enjoying it, so we can play it at the show, so they can be like, yeah, I'm liking this new sound, but they still play the old stuff, but this is a newer sound what they got going.
Yeah, that's great.
That I mean, and I've heard y'all live here in Houston a while back. I think it was maybe 2 years ago, and obviously the changes were made, and the music was just as great as ever, man. People were up and dancing. The vibe was there. Obviously, there was, everybody noticed was what wasn't there, but it didn't change the ambience of the bar that we were at. Because everybody said Los Chamacos are here. Chamacos are here. I mean, Houston's a big, they support you 100%, man.
I mean, that's something different over there.
Yeah, y'all drew in a big crowd that night, and man, it was it was traditional sound to me, man. I had just as much fun as ever, dude.
And it's crazy because to this day they still think he's with us. Like either people are really paying attention or they're just acting like they don't know, or they're just trying to be funny. I really don't know. But again, we still show them the same love to where, you know what? Again, there's work for everybody. We ain't trying to take nobody's work away. If there's work for both parties, hey, all for it, because at the end of the day, the ones that kind of hurt when all the bickering's going is the fans, because anybody want to hear that.
Right.
So at the end of the day, it's like, you want to hire them, hire us, we're here to work. You just get more now, you get more chamacos.
Right. Well, you still got Chaco, and with that, that's what I say, the voice behind the voice. And
that's
and
it.
with that being said, I mean, it really doesn't change the sound too much, man, and it still comes out as still the number one conjunto band. So that's the way I hear it.
Well, like we said it before. I mean, if it wasn't for Eddie, I mean, if it wasn't for Edward, I mean, who knows where this band would have been, because again, now you think about it, he's gone or he's no longer wanting to do this no more. Well, now you can say we're trying to be a copycat or we're trying to just but at the end of the day, it's like, we still have a couple of years under our belts as well to we can say, you know what, hey, we are chamacos, so of course everybody's still there. Everybody just does a lot of background. Like Rose he's still with us. He's doing a lot of our bookings. He's doing a lot of stuff outside that nobody really sees. And plus he's been jamming with his pops, here and there. And of course we got Mr. Hugo Moreno. This is Dieball, Texas, that's on the squeeze box with us. I think he's going on maybe 7 years with those chamacos. You can say with him being with us, that's 7 years of just chamacos themselves being together as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, now we got T-Rex Villalobos. He's out of Robstown. He's no stranger. He's no stranger to the game. He's played with a lot of great artists, and he's been with us already going on 4.5 years around there.
He's phenomenal. He was a great addition to your band because he
just makes us work more.
And Hugo también, man. Hugo, bro, I'm telling you that, man, he gets down on that squeeze box right there. He does a phenomenal job.
He does. I think he was just nominated. Not nominated. He was inducted to Legends of Houston. I want to say he was one of those accordion players that got inducted.
Wow.
And of course, our newest member también, Mr. AJ Jimenez. He's out of Mathis. He was going maybe about a year and a half with us, and it's rough when musicians get in and get out because you gotta adapt to that person and when we had with Roel, it was just like, oh wow, okay, it's a lot different. T-Rex, he gives you more of a come on man, we gotta move, we gotta dance, give you more energy type. And then of course when Ruben got out, and then we had to get another drummer, was like that beat's already it's missing. We're missing what we built for a while. But it's coming along, and it's very hard to get together here and there because everybody's so far away. So, but at the end of the day, we try to connect and we try to say, hey, let's try to do something this weekend. If we ain't got nothing going on, let's get in the studio and start working on new stuff so we can start putting it out. So people don't forget who we are, because a lot of times they're all like, we didn't even know y'all were still around. It's like, well, we've been doing a lot of privates. We don't there's not that many clubs as there used to be. Where you can play back to back. Now it's all quinceañeras, weddings, debuts, even divorce parties.
Oh yeah.
So
I've DJed those before.
Talked about that on our Yeah, we kind of talked about that on our show about how we got to get those venues going and events to keep people coming to the music so that artists do have places to play and bring their families and showcase the music. So, we throw it back to the fans and say, if they're in your area, go check them out at a club, at a venue, at a park, at a festival, at a Jamaica. Like go out there and support these artists because it just keeps evolving and growing, and we need that here in the Tejano Conjunto culture.
It keeps the youth
Yeah,
involved, and that's what we love. And it's good to hear that you are doing those private events because that's where you're going to have the youth at the quinceañeras. I mean, I remember as a kid running and being part of the quinceañeras, bailes así, and
Mhm.
next thing you know, you woke up and somebody was carrying you away where you had been asleep on a chair. But it's the memory of the music. And it
yes,
just goes to show with y'all being just the number one conjunto band in my opinion, and being the legends that you are, that y'all are still able to do those private events, and once again keep that going, especially for the youth, because that's where we're going to catch their
exactly.
attention. Not
And
the
it starts at home. It always starts at home. It starts at home from when you teaching them from the beginning. I remember growing up, that's all we listened to was just Tejano music and conjunto music. It was just embedded in us. Like
hmm
we were never listening to hip hop, rap, or rock. None of that stuff. It was always Tejano. And if you put on something else, hey, what do you change that? I don't want to listen to that. Oh, okay, I want to we'll change it. And
yeah.
then of course it starts off. I mean, we could always say, it starts with the fans. You got to go to the show, support this and that. You can support as much, but if the bands ain't pulling out new music, new material,
hmm
what they're not gonna want to see. They already saw that last week. Or
yeah.
you're gonna go play for a free show. You're gonna go see them, and then they're gonna go to the show where they gotta pay because they already saw you were free.
Mhm.
So it's like you're in the middle of who can we please, who can we not, who are gonna show up, who's not gonna show up. And if they want to listen to your music, everybody they're gonna go to your show no matter what. It
Yeah.
all depends if they like it, if they don't like it, they're gonna check it out either way.
Yeah.
I definitely agree, and I know when you guys started, you were a show band, right? Dancing, moving around the stage, incorporating everybody, and you still do that. What's that like to coordinate? Because you guys do some fancy moves, and tell us like what you guys go through, or is it just a natural vibe that you guys carry together?
Well, when I got in the band, I saw that they were dancing. I was like, man, that's awesome. They dance all in sync. Is like, and I always asked them, did y'all ever practice? He goes, no, we just caught on some moves and we started doing that. So we started picking up. They would show us here and there what certain moves to do, and then I was like, okay, we all caught on, and then we all started being in sync. And well, now, I mean, I'm not. We're not in our prime, so it's like now our
Mhm.
bones are. You turn a certain way and forget it. It's like, oh man, I hope I don't fall off the stage. I hope I don't slip. Or can I get up or nothing but icy hot all week. You need to get sponsored by icy hot or something because the bones got ready to get in, and we're all like, should we dance this weekend? No, we gotta dance. It's
Yeah.
you got into something, you gotta stick at it, you gotta go all the way, full throttle.
Yeah. Well, y'all definitely do.
Well, I mean, if y'all
And
sound
it's not
if
easy.
y'all pick
Sometimes it's
stuff
not easy.
real soon, what's that?
I got it easy because I don't have to play an instrument. It's the other guys that play instruments and have to dance. And I try to make it hard. I go, dude, you can't dance and play at the same time. Like, why not? I'm doing it. Oh, you're just talking. I was like, I started thinking, I was like, oh yeah, you're right. You know what? You're probably right. It's probably hard.
Yeah,
But
and you have to sing, and yeah, I couldn't do it. I can't walk and chew gum at the same time, so not for me.
No, I mean it's a grind. I can imagine it, even for the drummer. You back there sweating it up. Drummers back there sweating up, moving. And the real reason I see that because my son's a drummer, so I see him in the band. I see him practicing in the garage, and man, by the time he gets off that stool, man, he is drenched in sweat, dude.
nobody want
Drenched.
to touch
So
that
it's
seat
still a
after they're
grind.
done.
Yeah,
If I'm
exactly.
not putting that up, you're putting that up.
Yep. Yep. Exactly, man. So, I mean, we talked about obviously, the process, music process. Obviously, everybody's got an idea of what they want to hear and how they want to hear it. So, what about as far as I, the, I guess the evolution of y'all sound? I mean, obviously, it hasn't changed that much, but what are y'all leaning more towards? With y'all's new music coming out to traditional sound, or you're trying to vamp it up a little bit, or what?
What, and that's a question we get all the time. it's very hard to put ourselves in a category, only because I think Edward has a unique voice that that it's very hard to transcend to something. Because again, we ain't gonna sound norteño, we ain't gonna sound Tejano, for the fact being that again we don't have keys, we don't have sax, and that's why I felt to myself Tejano is, so it's pretty much straight up conjunto, and to get a different sound out of Edward's voice, it's gonna be totally different, or maybe something maybe not to their liking. But when they hear that voice, they hear Chamacos.
Yeah.
So there's really no changing in how we're gonna sound, or how we want to sound. We want to try to maybe progress a little bit and sound a little different, but at the end of the day, Eddie on front vocals, it's a unique voice that you cannot change, and can't make him change how it is unless somebody else in the band sings and it's a different vibe. But uh, that's our singer, and of course Hugo sings. We all sing different. We tried to do the Chamaco medley, and that one came out pretty smooth. Right now, the what is it? The Donde Estás Cariñito? That one
Mhm.
was one of Eddie's pretty much his own song to shine. So they say, because the voice behind the voice, it's always they always think certain people ain't singing and he's not singing, but so we checked it out. So I guess we leave it up to the fans, however they want to categorize us. If they like it, or they love it, or they don't like it, hey, at least we're trying different things to see what's gonna hit for everybody. That's gonna be on the same page for everybody, not just the fans, DJs as well, that are gonna be able to play the music, and of course radio stations, that it's gonna be, because now you have to be a certain way to be on the radio station. You got to sound a certain way, and that's what we're trying to go for.
Right.
So do you all use social media, cuz now we have it at our fingertips, right? Do you use social media to see what's hitting? Are you looking at what fans are reposting, talking about? Like, do you all take all that into consideration?
For the most part, yes. We there's maybe 4 guys in the band that actually get on social media. Of course, our manager, Mr. Ray, he's the one that does all our Chamaco page. Because of course Chato he don't do social media. Neither does Roel. They're all old school, so it's like they'd rather still go do what is it? Put in the paper and send posters out and stuff like that. Because that's where everything started.
Who's hanging their
I
posters?
mean,
Yeah, yeah. Still
because
got
again,
you got still paper.
that's it. You can have close to what, maybe 1,000 likes, 1 point something likes, and you'll probably get what, 10, 15 people at the venue, because
Yeah.
it's all over. Ain't nobody gonna travel. I mean, yeah, you get all these likes and stuff like that, but it's mainly when you do bad stuff, not when you do good stuff. It's crazy. They like the negative stuff.
You like the cheesecake, the tea, and the
That's what it is.
and it has its positives and negatives, right? Because
Mhm.
all the stuff comes out, all the truth. Eventually, the truth is going to come out, everything like that. But social media does have it's a double edged sword, as one of our guests once said to us. It's good, but it also can be negative in many aspects. So I agree that we got to play it to our advantage at this point, because we use
Yes,
social media.
exactly.
Obviously, we're here live with you. You're in the comfort of your own home. We're in the comfort of our own home. But we do need fans to get out there and do more than just social media, right? We need people out in the venues, like we talked about earlier. It's essential for people to come in here.
Yeah, and people get scared when they see the prices at the doors. That's what scares people away. They love when it says free.
Yeah.
When it
Yeah.
says free, it's like, oh, I'm there. But once they see the beer prices, they're like, oh, let me sip on this one for a little bit until maybe I see a friend will buy me a beer or something.
Yeah, but it's definitely an investment. We kind of talked about it last night on our show. It's a little bit of an investment, right? Because we don't have a problem going to see the Cowboys. I'm a Cowboys fan, so I'll say this with my heart. We pay $100 a ticket and we see them lose, right? But we
Hmm.
can't pay $20 at the door to go see our favorite Tejano band. Like, like people don't justify seeing that because they can see it on social media for free,
Yeah,
but you don't
exactly.
get the energy, you don't get the back and forth. Like when I saw y'all here in Dallas, like you guys just from beginning to end, you were nonstop, song after song, y otra, and you were dancing, you were moving, and it was such a vibe. Even people on my live weren't feeling that. I know that, you know. So I think if you're a fan watching, I challenge you, go watch their show because you're not going to be disappointed. They're still a very much a show band, and we need them. We need you at the seats so they can continue that.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's where it comes. But see, nowadays with the social media, it seems like it's easy access to get with the artist now. Like before, I know back in the days, it was very hard to even get close to a David Lee or Jay Pettis or or just in general, just anybody that you had to. There was security, there was people there. Now everybody's backstage, everybody's having a good time, everybody's just, I mean, I get it. Times are different, but it's just hard to have. You can't. How can I say, your fans and your friends? You mix those up, and by the time you know it, everybody's coming in for free. Now nobody wants to pay to see, and or if you tell me, hey man, I can't get you in order now. Oh, te crees muy, now you think you're badass, because you wanna charge. Is like, oh, I thought we're cool. We just had Baracoba last week. Oh yeah, but that's my off time. It's like, support as much as I support you when you do your stuff, and I think artists need to support each other so we can bond more, so we can actually work together, not try to cutthroat each other and be like, oh, well, I don't want to,
Right.
and that's what it comes down to, because this is a small little onda that can be something big, but it all depends on the artist, how we want to treat each other, how we want to talk amongst each other, and like each other, pretty much. I mean,
And
or at
help
least
each
pretend it like somebody. Exactly.
Respect is what it comes down to,
Mhm. Yeah, and
So
that's
yeah,
been the majority of the consensus here. Talking to a lot of the artists that we've talked to is more, more like I said, more working together. I'm not part of the music scene whatsoever, but obviously just hearing it from you know a lot of people that we talk to, it seems like that's a lot going around as far as not from everybody. I'm not gonna paint everybody with a broad brush,
Yeah,
but
not
you know,
everybody.
yeah, for there's a small minority or majority, if you want to call it, where it's more like they keep to themselves, they keep to themselves, and
Yeah.
they want the better half of the bone on that one.
Yeah, it's not like, of course, you have the Norteño crowds that, they'll go pay the 20, 25, $30, and they'll buy 3, 4 buckets. That one guy that just paid for everybody, he'll buy the 4 or 5 buckets and
No, they'll
sit
pay like
down.
100 to get in. They will pay like
And,
100.
and us is $5 before 9. Oh man, we better go before 9, and then uh, $5 a beer. Oh man, that's too much. It's like you said, we pay ridiculous money at these other concerts. We go Spurs games, you're paying $7, $8 a beer, you know, we're not worried about that, but when it comes to something that's in our own cultura, it's like, come on, like, let's bring Tejano Conjunto back where it was at its peak at one point, back in the 90s. Back in the 90s, it was when it was jumping, it was, parking lots were crazy packed, and that's when everybody had a good time.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's, like over in downtown. I don't know if you remember, party on the Plaza days out here in
Part of the plaza,
downtown
yeah, that was
Houston, man.
one of
I
the
mean,
hot spots.
yeah,
And that was
yeah,
on a Wednesday.
exactly. It was middle of the week, party at the Plaza, and then Thursdays and Fridays. Obviously the hullabaloos, El Dorado Ranch, so on and so forth. Uh, man, those days are. It's pretty safe to say that those days are long gone as far as like that.
Hmm.
But you see them pop up every now and then, man, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna, it's just, the way to promote it. Like I saw a concert that popped up here 2 weeks ago that I didn't even see the flyer for it until a Friday, and the thing was on Saturday. I mean, it's not getting pushed around as much.
Well, they'll do it after their Friday gig. They'll start pushing it for next Friday, and it's like, is it a week really enough time to promote something nowadays? I
Mhm.
mean, is the band that hot enough that they could just pack the house, and then when it's not packed, either who do we blame? Well, artists, because they're not packing the house no more, or the promoters, or the club owners, they don't like the club places. It's everybody has to take a 50-50 instead of just pointing fingers and be like, you know what, it was all our fault. We didn't come together as a team, and we didn't make this happen. Of course, everybody wants to get paid. I get it. But if you make money, I make money, and we do our part, we all make money, and we all go home happy, and we'll work again the same routine. But again, if we're doing so much over here and you're only doing so much over there, or vice versa, I mean, can't expect the name or the band to do everything. Because again, clubs should have their followers as much as the band should have their followers as well.
Right.
But
Exactly. Yeah.
our followers come from different area codes compared to just being in one spot where we're playing at that night.
Yeah, you can have
I
fans
don't think
traveling
I
20,
don't think
30.
people from Michigan are gonna drive for one night just to go all the way to Houston and go check it out, or Chicago or Dallas, just to come. Of course, we have our fan base on certain spots, but the clubs as well, or even bars should have their following, but their followers, they've been going in for free, so they're not gonna pay to get in, so they're not gonna show up that weekend or that week.
I definitely agree. So, and we're gonna keep stressing to y'all that are watching, and thank you to everybody that's here on Facebook and on TikTok and YouTube. Thank you so much for joining. Let's talk Tejano here on Serious Tejano with Gilbert from Los Chamacos. Um, let's talk a little bit about what, like, you talked about your percussionist. Have you thought about like writing music, or have you dabbled in any of that, like trying to introduce anything from you to the band?
What's crazy about me is that I cannot read Spanish music or write Spanish. I'm barely little by little. I'm learning. Chato's teaching me some stuff here and there, but I cannot for my life write or read. Like if I do a karaoke night, I cannot read Spanish. I only memorize it by what I've heard before.
Oh,
So when we go in the studio, they gotta read it to me, and I gotta go over it maybe one or two times so I can memorize it and go from there. Because I can't get a piece of paper and say, "Oh man, I should have paid attention in that Spanish class."
I'm a no Sabo kid as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Even when we used to go to Monterrey, Mexico, and all that stuff, and they'll ask me questions, and yeah, okay, and I'll try to. I talk it, but I don't talk it where it's professional enough to where I can be like, nah, this guy's not from here. You can go back to San Antonio or
What's
something.
that like in Monterey?
Oh man, the people there are amazing. They're beautiful people that have so much love for this industry that it's just they open with open arms. It's. It's hard to explain, but it's real. It's love. As soon as you cross over, it's all love. It's like pretty much they cater to you. They I didn't even knew nobody knew me over there. Everybody knew my name. It's just crazy. It's like I just started, but everybody does their homework over there.
Yeah.
Trust me, you're well known over there, man. You're definitely well known over there. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't y'all? Wasn't there a live album that was done over there a while back? Was it?
There was we did something back in maybe 2015, 2016. We just they posted up on YouTube, but I don't think it was a live album. It was just something we did. We went over for I think it was just a weekend, and we did a show there, and man, it was sold out, and this is like I've never played in big venues like that to where you can't everything was like a arena type deal. I'm like wow, like, and the love, it was awesome.
How many fans do you think there were? I've heard some big numbers from Monterrey, so
Man, to the top of my head, I can't think of it, but I know there was at least to me there was at least more than maybe 10 to 12,000 people there.
that's what we've heard in those big venues out there.
Wow.
And this is like at 6 in the close to 2, 6 in the morning, and we're barely going on stage, and they're still up.
Oh my!
It's not like here it's over at 2 in the morning, everybody goes home. No, we're barely starting at 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been an early night for me, dude. 6 a.m, man. Well, there's some diehard fans. We know that. We know Tejano's big over there. You know,
We hear that very often, that the Monterrey loves the Tejano music, and their venues are absolutely beautiful and full of just fans that absolutely love the music. So that's great
Yes.
that you all have that experience.
So saludos a todos a Monterrey. Saludos de parte de los chamacos. Saludos if you're watching. Thank you for watching. Saludos.
Most
And we'll be
definitely.
there soon. We'll be there soon.
You're going back to Monterrey.
Hopefully, yes. If everything plans out, I know everything's a little crazy right now, but we're working on some stuff to see what we can try to do over there. So that's in the works as well. So bear with us. We'll be going soon. Trust me.
Si Dios quiere, si Dios quiere.
That's it.
So that brings up, of course, y'all are staying busy. Y'all are doing the quinceañeras, the weddings, the divorce parties, the everything, which is great. Now, you mentioned, of course, we have a new track as well, Donde Estás Cariñito, that it was just released. You have a great video for it as well. Are you guys still with Freddie Records? Are you independent? Are you getting in the studio? I mean, other than with the track that you've done, what kind of plans do you have here in the near future?
Actually, we are independent, but we are with the record label, of course, Jocelyn Records.
Okay.
Roel Jocelyn, our bajo player, he has his own record label, and we also been who's been in contact with us is also Powerhouse Records, Mr. Highway 281,
Chris.
Mr. Rodriguez, yeah, Chris Rodriguez. So he's helped us mix and master this as well, the Colon de Estás Cariñito, and of course Roel, he's always had his record label there, so it's in house, so there's no reason why we can't get to work, but
Hmm.
everybody has their lives, everybody does their thing. Of course, when we're not on the road, everybody wants to spend time with their families and stuff like that. And of course, I know T Rex was supposed to be on here as well, and he had a rosary to go to last minute. And of course, with Eddie's, he's real. He had some other irons to do as well with the church, and he couldn't miss that. So we were told, hey, now you got to do with the church. And like they always say, God comes first. So then we told him, hey, do what you got to do, man.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure everybody will understand and stuff like that. And of course, everybody works pretty much late, so it's like either they're getting home all tired or they're just. I got lucky, I got out early, so it's like it works out for me, so it don't matter. So
We're very grateful for you taking the time and being here with us tonight. I
oh,
know
anytime, anytime.
we had to make some adjustments, but we did. They did promise us when they come to Dallas that we're gonna do a little something something together. So Elite and
Oh
I
yeah, so
are in Dallas, so we will be meeting you all at Players, and we're gonna do
so
something. We're
stay
gonna get
tuned on that one. Stay tuned on that.
yeah,
That one's gonna be crazier.
Yeah.
yes, yeah. I can't wait. I can't wait because that's where I saw y'all the last time was at Players, and that was fun. That was so much fun.
And we were supposed to have this a while back, but I guess the scheduling was crazy, and I'm glad it worked out today, and especially on a Wednesday, 2 more days and
And
party
then
time. Nah.
this.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh. Yes. Big saludos to the Chamacos Road crew. Natividad Perez, saludos, welcome. And everybody
Oh
that's
yeah.
watching on TikTok and here on Facebook. I'm reading all the comments here and helping us out. If y'all have any questions for Gilbert, put them in the comments. We're reading them. Big saludos to everybody on the TikTok family. Thank you all for joining us and Sirius Tejano. Talking a little bit about like what y'all bring um to the show. We talked that you're still a show band. You're still very much a show band, and you're catering to what your your audience wants to hear. Do we have any like surprises? Do you guys pull out anything like different? Like are we just showcasing new music? Can you give us a little idea of what we would expect to see you live?
Well, right now we, of course, we we're trying to work on new dance moves, new steps, because some of the stuff gets a little tiring after a while. You want to try to shape it up. So T Rex been doing some moves that I've been watching. I was like, you know what? Those are actually pretty good. Let's try those. And as far as we do have our own sound, and that's where most of our show comes from. When we set up our lights, we set up our own sound. And a big shout out to, of course, Evo as has just reached out. He's our stage guy, and He's been with us almost going on 14 years. With los chamacos, and of course, Mr. Mundo Garza, desde Alice también. He runs our front of house, and of course, that's like we told before. We're nobody without y'all. I mean, what comes out in front, that's on y'all. We can do so much on our end, but if you don't make us sound like $1 million band, well, we're not gonna be sounding like $1 million band. And everybody's gonna be like, well, what's going on? And you can say it's us at the end of the day, but I mean, they're gonna say it's us because we're the band. But whoever's running it, it's gonna be like, ah, well, it's this and that, you know. So the way you make it sound is how we're gonna come out. And as far as anything different, we've been doing pretty much stuff that's been working for us, as in the moves, the dances. Sometimes we wonder, should we keep dancing? Should we stop dancing? You know, but again, we keep doing it because it's something we don't like to just stand around no more. It's just it gets kind of boring for us. Like we want to be. You start getting cramps if you're not moving. It's just like nobody would just so. We are working on some more light shows as well, to make the show a little bit um, more hip, because we've seen all these bands that are just buying everything's now. It's all lights. It's a light show, and it's just we want to go back to that time when we were at where the light show was the show band, and that's what made the band a show band, was the dancing, the lights going with you while you dance, spotlights on the drummers when he's doing a solo, and of course everybody has a spotlight when they have a solo. So that's where we're trying to shoot for that goal, to where hopefully it happens, and we can make it happen, because all we can do is try to give everybody the best show that we can give them.
And speaking of solos, you all do a very good job of highlighting each band member and showcasing their talent. I think everyone like we do. You did a little bit of country in the last show that I went to. Did a little bit of rock, a little bit of rock sound. Of course, we did the conjunto sound. But I think that you do cater to what your fans want, and they didn't know that they want that, but they needed to hear it. So I think you
Yeah,
all do a very good job of highlighting each of the band members.
because you'll have people there, and Tejano's it's different kinds. There's no people who's it's certain people that are there. No, you have so many people that show up to the venues that it's good to do a little bit of country. You know, there's no label to what we can do in the Tejano conjunto industry. You can play oldies, you can play rock, you can play. There's no limit. You know, so we see people that either, and I say me, because I try to look at the crowd. I read the crowd into where I can see a guy that, you know what, he looks maybe he's doing country, or he likes country. Let's try it, you know. And we have more people dance country and stuff like that, or a little rock and roll here, a little old school here, and see what it comes out. And then if it hits, hey, well, let's do that for the next time. Hopefully it'll hit again like that. Well, there's some venues we know where we're not going to be playing country, or we're not going to do that stuff, because we know it's not going to hit. But it's always good to try to see something different.
That's the DJ in you, right?
That's it, yeah. Because they always told me, you read the crowd. If you see nobody's dancing, then why you keep playing that song? It ain't gonna hit again, you know. And you can play that song next week, and it'll be bumping, but it just didn't hit at that venue at that time. So you gotta say, okay, let's shuffle what we can do. Let's try to get something different, something smooth, so we can be like, oh yeah, that okay. We're gonna get that one down. We got it. It was marked to put in the book. But there's just so many songs, so many songs.
Man, and you know, I think y'all's reach is pretty good. I mean, y'all dabble with some more of that. You know, y'all gonna reach the audience, man. I mean, whether people have not adapted to y'all yet or not, which if they haven't, I don't understand why. Uh, they would y'all would reach those people. You know, people who are more into the norteño type country, norteño cumbia type music. Y'all definitely reach
Yeah,
them. But with that being said, you know, collaborations, you know, you see that going on right now with I'm sorry, who's a country singer, and that's the
Turner.
I'm drawing a blank right now. I'm sorry.
I think it was the Signal, and
Aaron
what's
Watson.
his Aaron Watson.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
think
I
it was
believe
them that
so.
did it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I mean, what do y'all what do you think in particular? Like, is that something y'all would like to do as well? I mean,
We're open for whoever wants to record with us. Like we have no limits. Like again, like I said, our first single, we had I don't know if y'all know Albert Canales from Oro. He was on he sang with us with Fueron tus celos, and then aquel Negami,
Mm-hmm.
Carlos from Negami.
Atlas.
He did La Vida Susta with us. And it was his song that he brought up with us and said, "Hey, I want to come collab." And they're, yeah, we'll go. So we were there, and from one day to the next, we put it out. And I believe a lot of other people have reached out to us, and it's just a matter of time because I know all these artists. I've talked with them, and I told them, man, we need to do something. I mean, because this is stuff we can leave on the platform, and it's gonna be there forever. Everybody's gonna be like, oh, they did do something together, and that's we're open for anything. Anything's possible, and again, if it works for us, works for them. You know, it works out for everybody.
Yeah, especially with a lot of the younger Tejano bands out there too. There's so many of them that are just looking for that, that opportunity as well. We've talked to a lot of them, and they share the same mentality. Hey, we're given that opportunity. We'll definitely, we'll follow suit and work with people. Well, obviously, especially with the well-seasoned bands like yourselves. I mean, you
Yeah,
guys are pretty much rooted in Tejano.
These young guys are coming in hot too, like the Ibarra boys. I know we did also I think there was a song they did with them as well. I think it was a polka they did with them, the Ibarra boys, and then they keep trucking, and then man, they're good, well humbled. Their family, they're orientated to where they keep them, and they're gonna be big, and they're already
Yeah.
they surprised and surpassed me already. I mean, they play instruments. I don't play accordion or bajo, so I can't. They're just already up there. Uh, of course, also, I mean, a lot of our good friends that are young as well, like Conjunto Cats and also Los Morales. Those guys. We've seen them all pretty much grow up, and look at them now. I mean, they're catching eyes, catching attention, and they're bringing the young crowds. That their parents, their look, they're bringing all the young crowds back to where, oh, okay, it's not boring music. It's actually interesting music. It's fun, and that's where we want it to be. Wanted to be fun again, to where all the younger crowds are coming out to the shows and not being, this is grandma music. Nah, I don't want to say that, but when you give them something different to where it's like their generation, they're gonna
Yeah.
hopefully follow in and say, I like it.
Yeah, I'll catch their ears.
What do you say, man? You see your grandpa moving like this?
Exactly, yeah. That grandpa could keep up better than what y'all can do.
Awesome. No,
There's a lot
dude.
of young artists.
Yeah.
We have Elijah Ezekiel out of
Yes, that's
Arizona.
another guy.
He is I feel like I've watched him growing up. Him and the Ibarra boys, I feel like I've watched them grow up before our eyes, but they're carrying that tradition, and we need that. That's why we need the exposure for our families
Yes.
to attend these events. And clubs are great, bars are great, or they're fun, but we need the outdoor venues, the Jamaicas that we talked about earlier. That's where we need y'all to go is to those events, because we need the young kids to hear that music. And like Gilbert said earlier, it starts at home, but it also starts in the environment that you create, taking them to those
Hmm.
venues and taking the earpods out for a little bit, like DJ Elite says to his family, take them out, you're going to hear my music for a little bit, and let's celebrate that music, because that's how we got into it. Like you said, Gilbert, my parents played it, I heard it, and I was like, oh, it's okay. I was listening to New Kids on the Block, and I was listening to Michael Jackson. But every Saturday and Sunday, we were playing and dancing, and I loved it. And that's where, where we get it from as our parents. So if you have children, nieces, nephews, children,
Exactly.
play that music. Let them see it. You never know that we might opening doors. Like look at the Ibarra boys, Elijah. The Conjunto cats. They're young and they picked up these instruments and they're doing phenomenal. We just heard
Hmm.
from Anthony Patterson last night that he went to the Conjunto festival, and he just was amazed at how many young people were there in the crowd. So that just
Yes.
tells us there's a lot of interest in conjunto, but it's up to us as the fans to keep listening and sharing and talking and going and being about the music and doing all the stuff that helps the music grow.
Even the girls that are kicking butt as well. Of
The
course, you
twins,
got Isabel Marie. You have Savannah V. You have Gabriella. All these beautiful voices, and they're all upcoming artists. I mean, they're not upcoming; they've been around in the game for a long time. It's just, man, it's just amazing how these women are impacting the game as well. Because, man, they just, I mean, this is before it used to just be a man thing. Now, I mean, I love watching the women perform because I think they outdo a lot of these guys out here. That is like, man, we need to step our game up or something. But I mean, it's awesome to see that how it grows with just not just men, but the women are evolving as well, and it sounds beautiful, you know. And of course, Miss Shelley, who's helping a lot of these young artists as well. I mean,
She still
hat
is.
goes out to her, you know, and that's awesome, you know, because we need stuff like that to where like I'm not gonna help them now. I mean, these people are our next generation. They're our next ones in line, you know. So that's awesome. That I mean, everybody helps out the way they help out like that.
I have an accordion right here. One day I will learn how to play it. Because right
I
now
have one too in the box. Yeah, I still can't.
one day I'll play one song. That is a
Well,
very tough instrument to play. It is very tough, and how people can move around with that thing. I'm gonna be sitting
You
in my
gotta have
room
patience.
playing a slow song.
which say Gilbert, it's in the box, and it's a good looking box.
It's still looking at the box. It's like it's never been open.
Well, we're
Oh
just about
yes,
hitting the 9:30 mark here, Gilbert. We're gonna send some shout outs to some people real quick. We're
Mhm.
gonna send a shout out to our official sponsor, Fuego Lento Seasonings from here in Pasadena. Right now, if you go to fuegolento.shop, they have a big promotion going on with a Santa Maria Grill giveaway. Gilbert, you might want to jump on this one too, man. It's an entry. You buy a 4-pack of seasonings. It's a 3-entry raffle. It's 4 seasonings that you're gonna get plus entries, and you are entered to win a Santa Maria grill or $1,000. So
Oh
your
yeah.
choice to win if you win, and of course, not only that, you get the plus of having to cook some badass food with some badass seasonings, man. So everybody out there, go to fuegolento.shop, Fuego Lento Seasonings on their Facebook and TikTok. So go give them a follow.
There you go.
yeah. Big Solo is their official sponsor. Let's Talk Tejano, like George said. Um, believes in what we do here at Let's Talk Tejano about keeping the cultura out in the public and talking about it and bringing it to the forefront. And we appreciate a Fuego Lento Seasoning, Rudy, as well as Joe here at Serious Tejano for believing in what Let's Talk Tejano brings. And allowing us to broadcast here with you all tonight. I want to again shout out to everybody that is on TikTok with us on Serious Tejano. Big saludos to everybody on TikTok and here on Facebook. I'm reading the comments and trying to keep up with everybody. But big saludos to Serious Tejano, a Fuego Lento seasoning. They have amazing seasonings. Y'all go check it out. I'm already like halfway through mine. I love it. I love the seasoning. And you get 20% off if you use Tejano20 as your checkout code. You get 20% off your total. It's amazing. They have merch, they have hats, not this kind, but they have hats, they have knives, and a lot of seasoning. So y'all go check it out, okay? A Fuego Lento seasoning. Sorry, thank you, Gilbert. Gilbert's like, what am I gonna buy?
That's a lot of. I should have wrote some stuff down.
So you said you were a DJ before. What I know you were inspired by your father being in the music industry, seeing the DJ side of it, and now being on stage. Do you think that that has brought like that unique side where you're like, I need to get the dance floor going. I need to keep it going. I see what's making them jump. Like, does that play to your advantage?
It does because being when I was DJing, of course, every DJ knows that. I mean, you gotta spice up that crowd. You know, it's like it's your show. You know, you're not gonna just play music and nobody's dancing because you want to play your music. No, you gotta shoot out what people are, what's the top 40s that's in, it's hitting. You know, because you got to reenact with the people. If you're not reenacting with the people and you're just there on stage, it's okay. On to the next show. But nah, I mean, we that helped me reenact more with the people. Like, of course, when it was Jaime Los Chamacos, Jaime did all the talking, you know. So I sat in the back and I barely started moving up and started talking here and there, being the animador, you know. And after he left, I was like, oh, I gotta say more stuff now. I can't just say somebody scream, who's here to party? You know, I gotta come up with other stuff to say because they're gonna get bored of it. So it was a task I had to. I didn't learn it overnight. You know, it's just something that I started doing, um, uh, talking to myself and just saying, okay, what else can I say? What else can I do motivate the people to actually like what we're doing. Once you catch the people like falling to what you're saying and reenacting with you, okay, boom, they're hooked. Now it's time we can have fun now. But when you have the crowds that they just want to sit down, relax, and just look at you, it's like, am I boring them or am I actually doing something good, or they just want to chill? Sometimes you really don't know. But when they're into it, it makes it so much easier and everything just goes with the flow. And I think that's what DJing helped me out as well at the time, because when you have people dancing, nobody never sits down. It's like, okay, I know I got something going, and that's what I try to use on what with the band as well, to help me motivate people. And of course, if I'm dragging butt, well, then everybody else is gonna look at me. It's like, oh well, we'll be all right. So I don't want none of that. I want to keep that energy going so everybody has the same motivation. Or if they see me actually slouching, they'll look at me and say, "Hey man, let's go. Let's pick it up. Like, come on, like animo." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. Now I know. Okay, you're watching me then. So everybody, somebody's watching. There's always somebody watching."
Always. So they're getting a package deal then. So if they hire Los Chamacos at a quinceañera or wedding reception, they're getting a DJ as well, que no?
Yes, and that's we just start that on the package, and it's not me DJing. It's actually Mr. Ray, and he's the one that comes with the package deal, as in DJing. I used to do it way back in the days. It would do a 2-for-1, because again, they would hire the band, but they never would hire a DJ because they didn't want to have two and two. So they would just, I was like, you know what, we can throw some music for there. So I would DJ when after I was done playing, I would start DJing and go back on break and break. And it was just, so it was awesome. And now we're offering it here as well with
Right.
for every private party, you'll get a DJ as well if that's something you're interested in.
That's great. And we'll have to get into that information later on in the show before we end. We'll get that contact information from you. That way, if they want to get Los Chamacos, well, then they're going to get them, and we'll have that information for them.
You know what,
Oh, yeah.
Mary? It's always good to talk to a fellow animator.
We gave Jorge an official title, Gilbert, because DJ Elite, of course, is a DJ. I DJ, and we did this podcast, and George is like, "Well, what do I do?" And I said, "Talk." I go, "You're the aminador," and he's like, "I'm the animator." I'm all, "No, you're the aminador." So he is an aminador for us, and I when you said that, I was like, George is gonna light bulb moment right now. It was so
Oh
funny.
yeah,
So
oh
you
yeah.
are
Yeah, I still can't pronounce it right. Animador. It's a tongue twister. You got to roll that out. Animador. It's still. I mean, it's.
Oh,
I never knew
animator
what it
throws
was
most
until they
something.
told me.
Well, whatever it is, you're doing it right, man. And I'm trying to get to your level.
Oh man, I to this day, I don't. I always give credit where credit's due, because there's a lot of awesome animadores at when I was coming up, and I looked up to them. And to this day, even percussion wise, me playing percussion, there was still to this day a lot of people I still look up to. Like, I don't cut nobody short, because it's not an easy job,
Yeah.
and what we do as well. As a musician, it is rough, it is tough, and I look up to everybody that's paved the way for years. And that when I came in, I got in this band lucky. It wasn't uh tried out, or wasn't like, what you got is what you see is what you got. And I'm grateful for the guys before me that gave me the opportunity to still be here and still do what I love. And every other musician that I've met in contact with that play the same instruments as me, I still look up to them, because they're awesome musicians.
Mhm.
And I've always told, as humble as you can be is the way you're gonna get the same feedback from everybody else. But again, growing up, being the youngest one in the band at the time, I was young. I wanted to be a rebel, wanted to do whatever I wanted, thought I was unstoppable and this and that. And
Mhm.
hombre, muchas regañadas that I would always get from the guys, is, hey, you're not in a local band, you're not in a, it's time to put your big boy pants on and start acting right. And I was like, so eventually you got to grow up. I'm still trying to grow up, but you know, it's just all the advices they will give me. It pays off. It pays to listen to, of course, your elders. It's because at the end of the day, but none of these guys, I wouldn't be here. It's like they gave me the opportunity, and I'm still here.
You learn something every day. Every day you
Yeah,
learn. Day you
exactly,
realize the day you stop
exactly.
learning. But we're real happy for you that that happened. And it wasn't that you were a nobody. I think it was a great opportunity, and like you said, you got that opportunity a little bit different than from what others did, but there was a reason why you were given that opportunity. And man, I'm telling you, we're grateful for it because you've come a long way. And once again, 19 years into it, you were doing something right. You've been doing something right. So, and I'm telling you, we're happy to have you, and you still got a long road ahead of you. Still got a long
Oh,
road.
we have a lot of as long as we stay healthy and we're good to go. I mean, hey, sky's the limit.
That's right.
Like they say, Dios primero, and then and that's all we can do, and take it day by day, and just start making good music like we've been doing, and
Yep.
hopefully people enjoy our music. I know it's hard to get it on the radio because everybody's still used to the old school
Yeah.
music, to where they're still. It feels like sometimes I feel we still live in the 90s,
Right.
but we're not making the 90s money no more. But I mean, we're still hearing the same music from. It's like, but again, nobody wants to give it a chance. It's like, just give it a chance,
Yeah.
listen to it, check it out, even if it's one time, two times, eventually you'll catch on. It's just a matter of patience, and
Yep.
enjoying what's new.
Being open minded, and I'm glad you
Exactly.
brought that up. And so, if you don't mind, we'd like to play just a little bit of a clip of the newest one, and this is "Donde Está Cariño."
Yeah.
Y en el pasado y no lo supe valorar. Hoy daría la vida entera por volverte a amar. Es por ti que estoy sintiendo la nostalgia en mi interior. Estas ganas de besarte me ahogan el corazón. Te recuerdo entre mis brazos y me duele porque soy un maldito que te quiere y se arrepiente hoy. ¿Dónde estás, cariñito? No te dejo de pensar. Es que añoro los momentos que vivimos al querernos y ahora es pura soledad. Con el paso del tiempo conocí la realidad. Es por eso que he venido arrepentido a pedirte otra oportunidad.
Still hear that sound, man. It doesn't change. Doesn't change. Great one once again. Make sure you go out and look, buy that, support it. Like we always say, if you see it on a video, like it, give it the thumbs up, because that is the only way that you're going to make sure that that is promoted. Once again, Los Chamacos, ¿Dónde está Cariñito?
And
And
it's a
honestly,
go
I
ahead.
think that song you got, I'm sorry, I think that song you got is there was a mixer, and one of the loading it up. That's not the actual song.
Mhm.
That's the wrong one right there. There's another one that has two voices in there, and I was listening to it right now, and I don't. That's not the actual one.
Really?
I have Ray send you the right one. We had to go through some process because they actually something happened where the format where
Really?
they send it was the rough draft.
Okay.
So we got to get you that other one. We got to get you
Get it
the
to me, brother.
Let
Get
me
it to
see
me
if I
because
have it.
we
Let me see if
play
I
this
have it.
serious Tejano. So we want to make sure, like I mentioned, Mary and I both have a show. I have a show, as a matter of fact, mañana from 10 until noon, and then Mary does a show on the weekend. So yeah, make sure they get that to us so we can make sure we're
Yeah,
playing.
yeah, yeah. I'll get what's in to get it to you.
Let me
Good.
see if I have it real quick, Andy. Give me 1 second.
All right.
So Gilbert, speaking of tracks while they're loading it up, what's a song or album that you're particular? I mean, I'm pretty sure they're all your babies, but what's one that stands out that you're particularly fond of?
You know what? One I was that I wasn't on this track, but the one that I felt that actually was an awesome album for Los Chamacos was Conjunto Power.
Mm.
I love that album. That just has a lot of hits, and of course the ones that I was on, which was uh the very last three, which was Freedom Tour. I was on that one. I got it. That was the one that got nominated for a Latin Grammy. That one was a big one for me. I was so excited. I was in La La La. I was like, oh man, it's awesome, beautiful feeling. And then of course, Este Momento with B&B Records at the time. We were B&B Records, and I can't remember the name of the other one. There was three that I did with them. And that was just a blessing. Just for me, even just doing a couple of songs, it was just an honor to be with a legendary band. Um, it made made me be on cloud nine because everybody would look at me like, "Are you famous or are you like family wise? Would be, are you famous?" And no, it's just me. I'm just a regular person. I'm nobody, nobody special. You're still gonna see me at birthday parties if we're not working. So this is the same thing. Not gonna come with an entourage or bodyguards or it's the same. It's
I was
like,
about to
oh,
say,
okay.
yeah, I was about to say you're saying you're not famous, but you show up in that big old caddy. No, I'm not famous, man. I've had that caddy for a while.
All right,
Oh,
let me see if I have the song. Let me see. Let me see.
I'll tell you once it starts in the beginning. That's the right one.
Busco y busco a todos lados, no puedo yo encontrar un amor que me
Nah, that's still not the right one.
comprenda, que me
Okay, because that's the one that I bought because I buy the music.
Okay,
So
you see, and there was a mix up there because it was gonna take I think 48 hours for them to actually reverse the song, but I've kept going back and forth, and they still have not changed the actual tune. Um,
I'm gonna tell them I
it's
want my money back. Just kidding.
Right.
Hold on.
no, I mean, I think they should be putting the latest song on there, but I don't know why they have not done it yet.
Well, there's one called radio version, radio edit. So let me see if this one will play.
If it's another one that you didn't play, then it has to be that one.
Can you hear this or no?
No,
No, can't hear it.
Hold on. I have two because I there was two options. There was a
there's
radio
two.
edit
Yeah.
and then there was another one. So let me play the other one. One momento. Ahí viene. The power of the internet. Okay, let's see. Hold on. I'm like, it's right here. Pause for commercial.
There's actually one loaded here already. If you want to try the one I got here,
Did it say radio version on it?
about to find out.
Well, I literally just downloaded this. Hold on. Go ahead. You want to try it?
busco y busco a todos lados, no puedo yo
Yeah,
encontrar
that's the same one y'all have.
un amor
You'll hear in the beginning when he starts singing, you'll hear like a little clicks, like ta 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 ta, ta, like little clavos. That's what they call them. You hear that in the
Well, that
beginning,
just means
and then you'll hear,
that just means you gotta go live now, bro. Now you gotta sing it live.
Right. We need a live version.
Let me anyway, while we're going, thank you to everybody that is tuned in and being patient because I am one that I have to get it right and I want to make sure I'm getting it right.
well,
Let me hear.
and it's nothing y'all did. It was on our end.
Let me see because now I downloaded two.
busco y
Nope.
busco a todos lados, no puedo yo encontrar
Sound like it.
un amor que me comprenda y que me quiera de verdad. Fuiste mía en el pasado y no lo supe.
That
If you
it?
play no, let me see how the vocal sound.
Okay.
Hoy daría la vida entera por volverte a amar. Es por ti que estoy sintiendo.
If Eddie sings by himself, then it's the wrong one.
Estas ganas de besarte me ahogan
Let me go to the bridge.
Te recuerdo entre mis brazos y me duele.
You're saying it still sounds good.
Maldito que te quiere y se arrepiente hoy. ¿Dónde estás, cariñito? No te dejo de pensar. Es que añoro los momentos que
Yeah,
vivimos al querernos a
there has to be a
veces.
second voice there, and
Ah,
it does sound good. That was just a rough draft, but
yeah.
that was the actual.
Hola, soy Diana, Chick-fil-A fan, y un pequeño detalle that I like about the chicken strips with Chick-fil-A
Let me see
is
what it does. I don't know what
Chick-fil-A.
it does. I think it was. Let me see. Hold on.
I'm gonna tell Amazon, hey,
Not only did they give you the rough draft, they mentioned Chick-fil-A, and I'm hungry.
Yeah, this one says radio version.
Video version.
Un amor que me
I don't know if I
comprenda,
can hear it, but
que me quiera de verdad. Fuiste mi vida en el pasado, no lo sé.
if you go to our official page on
Daría
YouTube,
la vida entera por volverte a amar. Es por ti que estoy sintiendo nostalgia.
I gotta get with Ray to send you on the right.
We'll be looking out for it then.
Huh?
I just got it. Let me
You just
see.
got it?
I
Oh,
they sent it to me on let me get it over here. Can you hear that?
no,
You can't hear that? Okay.
no.
Let me They sent it to me on my messenger, so we might be able to get it. But while I move and work over here, y'all continue.
Ah, you're good. We gotta had to go ahead talk with some people. I had to talk with some people.
Right?
So how do y'all dispute that with the I guess was it the streaming services? How do y'all dispute that? Do y'all just tell them, hey man,
You
I
know
hope
what?
y'all
I
got
leave
the
that.
wrong one?
Well, I think what it was, something. It was the right one, but the wrong one type. I don't know how it got mixed up in that thing. So now it seems like every time we want to use it on Facebook, it's stuck with the old one. It has not updated the new one. So we got to find out how we can take that one off of all the platforms and actually load up the new single rise because the videos up. It's good, but it's just the actual when it got released. It got released in a messed up way that I couldn't even explain to you how or when it got confused in that part.
Yeah.
And I'm
But
guessing that's clear across the board with all the streaming with Apple Music, Spotify. You think they all
I'm
got the
guessing
same EP?
they did get all the same EP. I know, like on YouTube right now, it's showing two versions of it. The
Mm.
one that's not the right one, I want to say is I think it just Donde estás, cariñito? I think that's just a regular one. The one I just played earlier was it says the radio version, but it's still giving us the same
Wrong,
old.
wrong copy. Yeah, I saw that as
Yeah,
well. I got mine through Tidal, and then Mary got hers through Amazon. So
Yeah, and I got mine through Apple Music.
We just bought. We just helped you all out and bought.
trust me, we got trying to test everything. I
Well,
don't even
I'm
know
not
what
gonna
I
lie,
really go to.
we got a 3-for-1 deal.
We
We
did.
gotta find out. We gotta find out. We gotta find out where who's who's getting that link.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely do. Okay, so they're sending it through email, so give me 1 second.
I guess they caught on who was you already reached out to him.
Mm-hmm.
right.
Oh.
Yeah, Mary's on it.
Mary doesn't like to be wrong.
Yeah,
So
right.
I don't like nobody to be wrong. I'm the same. It's
wrong.
like, but you know how many people already got that version? So it's
Yeah,
like that's what they're expecting. It's like, uh, but I mean, I know stuff happens. It is what it is. Nothing we can control. But
yeah.
uh,
Well, at least we can spread the word and let them know. Hey, if depending on the version, we can at least educate them and
yeah,
let to look
you'll
out
know
for.
right away. Once you hear the actual, be like, oh, okay, it's a different vibe. You'll notice right away once you hear it. It'll be like,
Okay. Well, good.
Well, while I wait and get this downloaded and uploaded again, I do want to say, like, despite everything that's going on, right? All the ups and downs of what changed just a few years ago for you all. Hi Ray. He said it's Ray. Um I want to say that you guys have done a phenomenal job of just putting your head down and just going. Like you all aren't paying attention to all the ups and downs. You're saying we're just here to perform, and I think we need to celebrate that because I don't think that you're given enough credit that despite everything that's happening in the world of conjunto, and you guys have just said we're here to play music, and look, here's some new music, here is some we still give you a little bit of the old, but here's our new music, this is what we're really about, and just listen to us. And I commend you all because I read all the comments and I'm looking and I'm like studying everything and I'm like, that's not fair. But you guys just went through it and you're just like, we're here to play music and that's it. And I don't think that you're not getting enough credit for that. So I want to commend you all, and I think it's important for our fans to know that you guys aren't back and forth. You're not spreading negative, jumping on the bandwagon. You're just like, we're here to play music. Hire us, come see us, listen to us, and I think that that's awesome because everyone likes Cheesemate, and you're not involved in that. And I and
And I'm not gonna lie, when it all first happened, yeah, I was angry, I was mad, because it's like I didn't want nobody to leave. You know, this was something we at one time we were all good. Everybody loved each other. Everybody was just it was like a family type deal. And of course I was angry. Of course I was one of those that being young, I was always on TikTok. I mean on Facebook talking back. Bashing everybody. I didn't care because you know what? At one point I was hurt. But as you realize, you're not gonna get nowhere with that. Um, and with that being said, you can't take away what Jaime's built. You can't take away from. I mean, he's an awesome musician. All the personal is different, but you can't take away what he's done in the industry. You know, from the old guys that used to be there back in the days that helped Jaime build what it was. When Los Chamacos being a legendary band. Because of course it started with his family. It started back in the 90s with the Juan Pierres. The David Andas. All that stuff. We don't take that for granted. Everybody that set stone and put their plot here, has a place and are known for Los Chamacos. And again, it's just there's room for everybody. As far as the whole stuff that's going on, that bickering, we thought it was over. We kept moving forward and just let him do his thing. We do our thing, and we're from there. Now we're in a new topic, new subject. It's like we're back again. It's almost like a marriage. You can't get the divorce finalized yet. So, but again, ain't nobody have hard feelings towards the guy. It is what it is. Everybody moves on. Everybody they ain't gonna be here forever. There's a lot of people that they want to do better things and try to do their own thing. Go for it. It didn't work out this time. Same for me. Like I say, everybody's replaceable. Um, you're not. It's not just one guy. It's a lot of people that get affected by it. It's not just like you can up and leave and expect they're going to be perfect because it's not. And that's where we're at. And he has his people. We have our people. Fan wise, some people it sucked because we're all at one. We all had the same fans, and we still have the same fans. But people want to go certain routes, and that's fine. More power to them. We're here. We're trying to do our thing. We're trying to embrace what we got and move forward, and just like I said, give people what they want to hear. And it's pretty much just the Chamaco sound.
yeah, and
Absolutely.
I
And I
think
can
I think
imagine,
it's
man. I would say I can imagine the mixed emotions he went through because like you said, it was a family thing, and it still kind of is with the remaining members. And then fast forward to present day now, you realize, well, now it's just business. So it went from
Yeah.
family to business like that, man. So I can just imagine what that could have, it probably threw you off y'all's game, but I think you guys have recovered pretty freaking good, like you said, y'all just here to make the music and give the fans what they want to hear, and y'all been doing a great job so
There
far,
he
even
is.
through all the drama and all that. There he is.
We were waiting. We were waiting for you, friend. We were waiting for you.
I think he went to
Telling
the
you,
mailbox to get the track.
I had to pay the bill real quick.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, when all this happened, we were just like, we all sat down. Of course, at the time, it was me, Ruben, Chato, and Roel, and we were just like, what do we do? You know, I mean, we're stuck. We have a gig now. We have a gig literally in 30 minutes. What are we gonna do? So we had to, of course, call up Albert Canales, and he did the show for us. And then after the night was over, we had a talk amongst each other and says, "Hey guys, what y'all want to do? Y'all want to stop it here, or y'all want to keep going, see what we can do?" And sure enough, we said, "You know what? We got to keep moving. You know, the bus don't stop. You know, it's gonna keep going. You know, whether they're with us, they're not with us. I mean, thank you for. I always say thank you for giving me the opportunity to be in this legendary band and sticking it out. But you got to move forward. We got to keep going, and the bills ain't gonna stop. You know, they're gonna keep going, and some of us, that's what all we did for a living. You know, that was all we pretty much did. You know, anybody had a secondary choice to what you're gonna do. You know, so now, well, now it's a little different. Everybody's working now. You know, to get stuff paid where we got to go when we have slow days. You know, but for the most part, it was real tough, man. It was starting to get anger, and that's what we didn't want was anger, and it just started getting annoying after a while. It's like, and it's the same here and there. It's the same. We already know they're fake profiles. We really don't acknowledge them more. You know, it's just like, you know what? They're gonna have people that are gonna hate it. They're gonna have people that are gonna love it, and they're pretty much half the people that are scrolling on it. They probably haven't even been to a show.
Right.
You know, they just like to strike up more nerves and add on to. It's like, if you ain't part of the 5 people that were there that happened, what happened, then you really don't know what really went down. Or so we just keep it to ourselves, and it's really um with Roel. You know, that's all that was between them. You know, we try to leave it alone, and we it's like, you know what, it is what it is. Get what's yours. Get yours back, and we'll go from there. And
Most
so we've just been at it. We've been at it and still kicking, still putting up with the. And sometimes it's good because it seems like you get more. You break the internet when, oh, chamacos, and they're going at it again. It's like, what? Well, what do we do? We didn't say nothing.
We're just playing music, they said. We're just here. Okay, so I have a couple of things happening over here while I'm working. I have the song and I have it uploaded, so we're gonna hear it, and we might get a special guest added to the show here right now. So give me
Oh
just a second.
yes.
I'm working
I
over
hope,
here. And
I hope it's a guy
let me play
for
the song.
Waterboarding.
Yeah, we got offered Whataburger for the sales that we produced for all 3 sites over there. But okay, I'm gonna play the correct version of Donde Estás Cariño. And if there's any DJs, apps that are listening in, por favor, let them know what version you have, because this is the one that you should be playing. This is the one. Okay, right here. Let me put it on.
There it is.
You can definitely hear the difference.
Busco y busco a todos lados, no puedo
Yeah, that's what you're talking about.
encontrar un amor
That's a
que
little
me
intense.
comprenda,
You're gonna get me doing it too.
de verdad. Fuiste mía en el pasado y no lo supe valorar. Hoy daría la vida entera por volverte a amar. Es por ti que estoy sintiendo la nostalgia en mi interior. Estas ganas de besarte me ahogan el corazón. Te recuerdo entre mis brazos y me duele porque soy un maldito que te quiere y se arrepiente hoy. ¿Dónde estás, cariñito? No te dejo de pensar. Es que añoro los momentos que vivimos a querernos, ahora es pura soledad. Con el paso del tiempo conocí la realidad. Es por eso que he venido arrepentido a pedirte otra oportunidad.
It makes a difference. Definitely makes a difference.
Es por ti que estoy sintiendo nostalgia en mi interior. Estas ganas de besarte me ahogan el corazón. Te recuerdo entre mis brazos y me duele porque soy un maldito que te quiere y se arrepiente hoy. ¿Dónde estás, cariñito? No te dejo de
Watch
pensar.
out.
Es que añoro los momentos que vivimos a querernos y ahora es pura soledad. Con el paso del tiempo conocí la realidad. Es por eso que he venido arrepentido a pedirte otra oportunidad.
That is the correct version.
There you go. Yeah.
¿Dónde estás, Karenito? See, y'all, they're getting it fixed on all the music media platforms. So be on the lookout for the correct one. If it says radio version right now, it may not be the correct one. So I'll
And when
sell
we
it to
hear,
y'all for about $100 a song. Just kidding.
There you go. Gotta make your profit back. What you spend.
Big saludos going out to Veronica and everybody that's tuned in on TikTok. Saludos to everybody. And we have a special guest, Mr. Ray is on. So welcome
Ah,
to Let's
very
Talk
bueno.
Tejano here on Sirius
Hey,
Tejano.
you guys hear me?
yes,
Yep.
I feel bad for Gilly, man, because with the song and he was getting bombarded. I had to come back him up. I was like, chinga.
That's
That's all
not in
right.
my department. That's not my department. I don't know. I can't explain it.
Sorry, guys. I don't know what happened, but when we registered the song, for some reason, when we uploaded it, it glitched out while I was online. And whenever you upload a song on TuneCore or with DistroKid or whatnot, it assigns a certain USP code. And then that's it. That song's attached to it. You can't change it out. You can't replace it. You can't change nothing. So that's kind of what happened with our mix. But for some reason, it uploaded the wrong mix, and so I had to go back in there. And Gilbert was actually the one that told me about it because it had already gone to Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, everything. And I'm like, man, I had to go back in there and fix everything. Got it corrected, and I sent everybody the versions to email, which said radio version. So I'm here watching, and I'm like, oh, this nightmare's still freaking going, dude. Are you serious, man? Like, so we're sorry about that, guys. That's my bad. That's my fault. So I want to apologize to everybody, and especially Gilly, and had to come in here and let him know it's not his fault. It's my fault.
Can you, can you call it like a part two or something? Like, Donde estás, Karenito part two and just upload it all over again?
I tried, but that's the thing, man. I'm telling you, TuneCore is so crazy. It's like anything identical, they'll flag and they won't approve. So I had to go with radio version just to give it a different name, and they approved it that way. Otherwise, it would have still been in lockdown, man. So it was crazy. So next time I'm gonna have Spectrum, AT&T, Verizon, all these internet accesses available. So when we upload the new song for our next single, which is coming really, really, really quick, trust me, we won't have this issue. So again, sorry everybody, sorry for all the confusion, but hey, thanks for the sales. We're gonna get you guys Whataburger.
Hey Ray, question, Ray, you weren't wearing that shirt when you passed on that upload, did you? You didn't fumble it when you were wearing that shirt, were you?
No,
Little Cowboys over here, brother.
You got a Texan over there. He's a Texan.
I had a Texan shirt on that day just because I felt bad for him. It was
Well, hey, I appreciate the sympathy, dude. We'll take it any way we get it.
hey man. It's like I don't know los Oilers. That would have been a different story, but well, hasta los Oilers se fueron, so it's like yeah, Astros were
He
good.
was pulling a Jerry Jones. He didn't want to actually pay the royalties for it. Right?
Yeah, it's happening all over again. It's happening up in Dallas now.
Yeah, man. There's nothing short of publicity up there, let me tell you. So that's what it is. But we're happy. We're glad. We're glad we're here. Thank you guys. Thank you, Miss Mary, for having us on here. I'm not going to be on too long. I just wanted to come in, say what happened, and explain everything. save Gilly for the moments because he was getting bombarded by those. But for watching, thank you so much. We've got a lot coming up. We're only halfway through the year, and we've got a lot of new things popping. And there's a lot of things. I know, Miss Mary, you were talking about the whole, just we're just here to play music, right? That's always been the motto. And it's not even funny. It's not even nothing. I mean, we could sit here for hours. Me especially because I'm the one who runs the social media, right? To tell you about the comments and the messages, and that's
Mhm.
not even the private stuff that we get, right? For people that, they're out there to stop us. Well, guess what? 7 years going, and we're still Los Chamacos. So
Yeah.
that's not going to
Yep.
take place. You know what? God has the last say so. Simple as that.
Yeah.
And He
Absolutely.
sees
Absolutely.
simple as that. So it's up to Him. We're here to work. My job is to make sure you guys stay busy, and they'll get the respect that they've earned very soon. Trust me. So God bless. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Ray.
Thank you, Ray. I'll
Appreciate
be
you,
reaching
brother.
out for
All
that
right, Ray.
Whataburger.
Thank you for
Yes,
dropping in,
sir.
Ray.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for that too.
Hey, hey, keep watching. I'm gonna say, just keep watching. We got
We
something
will.
coming.
That's it.
We will.
All right.
Thank you, man.
October
Have a good
11th.
night.
October 11th, Dallas.
That's right.
That's right.
That's it. Party time.
We
Yes,
got
sir.
you. Oh, that's awesome. Everybody on TikTok's like, poor Gilbert, poor Gil, poor Gil. But it is true. If you, there are, I know that we love, we love, that we love. Doesn't mean that you have to take it from somebody else. Like Gilbert said, like, there's enough for everybody. There's a lot of podcasts out there. There's a lot of DJs out there. There's a lot of apps, a lot of radios, a lot of social media people out here. We can all be in the same space and not have any hate. Like, let's just move on. Let's just hire Los Chamacos. Let's hear what they have to put out there. Um, there doesn't need to be a hate because you all want to continue playing music. I just don't understand that. I couldn't wrap my mind around it. I looked at it from both perspectives, and I just want to celebrate you all. And that was when I wanted to bring you all the first time, and then everything kind of exploded again. I said we're going to take a step back. I agreed with everything. I just want to celebrate you all. I just want to commend you all for putting your head down and just going through, like you say, the comments is not even the tip of the iceberg of what you all are hearing and seeing. But we don't see that, and I'm so glad that you don't carry that with you. That you all just leave it behind you, and you're still putting good music out there, and you're still showing the fans, no matter what, this is who we are. And we're going to be positive, and we're going to play amazing music, and we're going to put new music out there and not focus on, we're going to highlight what we've done in the past, but we're also going to celebrate what we're doing moving forward. So if you love the music, that needs to be the mindset of us, because that's what we're here to do, is celebrate the music. Okay. And that's just something I want to plug in, because I don't think, from my perspective, it's said enough to you all here in front of you.
And that's how we usually carry. So we're the most humblest people you'll ever meet. I mean, you probably meet more humble people, but as far as us, we're just regular people that again enjoy what we do. And for the people, we I've done it going on 19 years. You know, um, shoot, Edward's been doing it going on 40 plus years.
Mhm.
You know, we're all as well. You know, and with that being said, I mean, without those guys either, I mean, it's nothing's possible. It's a team effort. You know, it's not we get for the gig, we just go home and go to sleep. No, there's processes we got to do to still make the train still roll, because it's not easy when it's just one guy. When one guy does it, it's hard because he needs help. Everybody needs help in this stuff. So if I'm not looking for something, you know, you got Ted looking for something, you Ugo looking for something, you know, everybody's in the mix, you know, AJ's looking for something, you know. And saludos, DJ Swag in the house, you know, también Frank here, funny, good, funny, what? I mean, I can see the comments too right now too, and uh, Veronica, saludos, you know, and man, just people from Houston or well, Rosenberg, you know, saludos desde Rosenberg también. Man, so many fans and people that I've met over Santana. Yeah, saludos, brother. That we've met, you know, and people know that, you know, we're the most. We accept everybody. We're not here to say I am be with them. Nah, well, forget you. Nah, I mean, if that's where you want to go, we're still our doors are never closed. They're always open. We again, I don't know if it's just some people are just scared or they don't want to be seen with us because they feel they're not going to be friends with them no more because they're seen with us or whatever situation it is. But at the end of the day, our doors are never closed and we treat everybody as the same respect that they've given us over the years, no matter if it was disrespect or respect. We still treat everybody the same. We don't single out nobody, and we don't treat nobody any different. Because at the end of the day, we were all friends at one point,
Right.
and we still are. I mean, I feel I got no hate towards nobody. I don't dislike nobody. I'm cool with everybody. Like if I see him in the room, I'll say hi to him. If you don't want to say hi, well then I did my part. I'm not
Right.
gonna keep at it. There's
There's no
nothing.
And you can,
You know,
what it
like,
all boils down to is you respect the title and not the man. If anything, and that's what I've learned in life as well. Sometimes you at least respect the title. We all know that that individual has been a forefront and has done so much in the industry, just like
mhm.
y'all continue to do for the industry as well. And if anything, just respect that. That's what it boils
Oh
down to.
yeah, well, that's what
And
it
I know
comes down
y'all
to.
have done a wonderful job of that as well. And like I said, we just continue to support you in the music and in the industry. And man, échale ganas, carnal. Y'all just keep on going, brother. Y'all are doing well, man. Doing
Nah,
great.
thank y'all. It's people like y'all that give us the push, because of the respect and the stuff that y'all see that we do and we appreciate it because as well y'all do more for the onda as well and for what I mean without y'all playing our music or even giving us like an interview today.
Yeah.
I mean nobody knows what's going on if it ain't for y'all as well. I mean, because and thank y'all to all three of y'all because
Oh man,
I
that's
mean we met so many people as well and
yeah.
it's crazy, it starts everybody has a part in what we are the way our travels are going, our ways, everybody has a hand in there, whether it's just from the bottom on up. We don't see it like that. We see it as everybody's equal because
Yeah.
we're nobody without radio stations or without our fans or without the people to pay at the door, so we take that into consideration. If you can go a whole week, get paid Friday to go spend it to go see us, man, we'll go have a drink with beer with y'all, take some shots, because at the end of the day, you paid good money to come see us, and just for us to be like, forget these people. No, I mean that's not our model. We like to reenact as much as we can, but then there's sometimes when we can't because the fact being time schedule, everybody it's already late, everybody got to get out, so it's like you either catching the beginning or a break. So, but we appreciate everybody that's always supported and still to this day want to associate with Los Chamacos.
Yeah, and you said it best. Everyone plays their part. It's up to the bands to create the music and create the stuff that we're gonna play as DJs, right? And then it's up to us as DJs and apps and radio and podcasters and interviewers and the shows that put on the music as well. And then it's up to the fans and we highlight. That's why we built Let's Talk to Hano to bring the fans, the the DJs, the labels, the producers, the apps, and the artists all together. And let's talk about the cultura and let's talk about the music. That's the premise of our show. That is what we believe in. And I think by letting the fans talk to you all, put comments, talk about their questions, their thoughts, it brings you closer to them, but it brings them closer to you and shows them that they are essential. They are a vital part of what we do. If we didn't have anyone to play for or anything to play with, like it's all hand in hand. So the fans are important, the bands are important, the DJs are important. All together, we could be so powerful if we just left the negativity and just move forward and play good music and produce good music and listen to good music. Like that's all it is at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's the premise of Let's Talk to Hano.
Yeah, and then they'll start having buffets at the concerts like they do for the country people.
Exactly.
Man, we
No,
do country
absolutely. And
spots. Man, they have buffets. I'm like, how come we don't get no buffets?
Right.
that's well said, man. Absolutely. And you guys are doing a hell of a job of just navigating through this, man. And talking about no hate and that that speech would have been nice when Ray was in here picking on the old animator about my hat. We could have been holding hands saying "Kumbaya" while he was picking on me, but it's all right, no big deal.
Ray's still watching, so
I know he's watching. I see him in the comments.
well, I know it's getting late. I know we have everybody in here. We want to thank everyone that is tuned in right now and anyone that watches after. Please throw in your comments. Please share ideas with us. But we want to appreciate everyone that took the time to hang out with Gilbert, with Let's Talk Tejano, with Serious Tejano, and we definitely appreciate y'all's time. Please be sure to follow Los Chamacos on all the music media platforms, on all the social media sites, because they have more music coming. They have shows coming your way, and it would be really great if we saw you at one of the shows. We definitely appreciate everyone that took the time to watch this and added comments and tapped the screen, shared the live. It's because of y'all we do this. So thank you all so much.
No,
I'm a,
thank y'all. I mean, this is something. Again, to be on this side of the table, to just being a musician now, being the one talking about interviewing. I mean, doing the interviews. It's a lot different on my end because again, I like to have all the guys, because it brings out more of a different vibe, because it's not just me. A lot of people don't just want to see me; they want to see all the other guys, and I get it. When it can't happen, But I
Right.
know they wanted to be on here as well. Because again, this is a band. It's not a me band no more. It's not about one person. At the end of the day, um, each and every one of the guys on those chamacos on the team, they are somebody, and they do bring a lot of stuff for this band. I just so happen to just be the one that talks for the most of the time of all the guys. Not saying they don't talk, but uh, it's just for me to catch on quicker, as in what's going on, because I am more in the inside with Ray, of course, and with Roel, and of course Edward and stuff like that. So we all speak, and we already know where we're at. Everybody's bred differently, breed differently, however you want to call it.
Yeah.
And again, without them guys, Chamacos, it's still rough. But I mean, we're moving along. We're catching drift, and like I said, there's no stopping us. We're whether we're here, we're gonna still be here. It's just bear with us because we're coming strong. It's just a matter of, man, we just want to get everything behind us and start making good music. It's just it's a,
Well,
it's a hump we got to get over.
seven years, past that really big hump. Y'all are still going. And unos saludos once again going out to Eduardo, T-Rex, AJ, and Hugo. Big saludos going out to them as well. And of course, if you want Los Chamacos at your next event, what is the number that they can reach to go ahead and get y'all booked?
You can call us at 710 no 210
Uh,
710 2483.
okay.
That's 210 710 2483.
Awesome. So make sure you get that number 210-710-2483, and you can book Los Chamacos. You can have them at your next event. And don't forget, that's with a DJ included as well. So you get the whole package deal on that one right there. And that is
And we
great.
might get Ray on those robots too. So we probably get Ray in a robot suit.
All right. All right.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, Gilbert, that was 710-210-2483.
210.
210 710 710 2483.
It's in both the chats, TikTok and on Facebook here. Big saludos going out to Sean Zambrano, Tejano Swag Radio, Frank Valadez, Santana Dominguez says the best is yet to come. So and there is more. Hello Ruby Ann. Saludos to everybody that's hanging out with us. We definitely appreciate. If we didn't give you a shout out, just comment. We got you. Gilbert is watching the comments as well. And Ray
Saludos.
out there in Los Chamacos. But thank you all. If y'all aren't following Ruby Ann, y'all go follow Ruby Ann. Maybe she could do a little collab with Los Chamacos. She's phenomenal. But just plug out there. But I want to thank everybody that tuned in tonight and is rewatching after the fact here on Facebook. I'm gonna let the guys say goodnight, and then we'll say goodnight to Gilbert. But thank you all so much to everybody. Hello, Iris. Hello, AJ Jimenez. I want to give as many shout outs to everybody that took the time to watch us. But I'll let the guys say goodnight.
Yeah, brother, we appreciate you once again. Thank you so much for your time. It's been an absolute honor. Somebody who's been in the industry and setting forth what you have, and we look forward to you coming into Dallas. And
Yeah,
definitely
well, can't wait.
seeing you in person in Dallas. So we will see you soon. Until then, you take care. Cuídate. And once again, thank you so much for your time.
Nah, thank you, to all of y'all, man. Thank y'all so much. De parte de los chamacos, appreciate y'all. My hats go off to y'all. Saludos, everybody watching. Thank you so much. Love you guys. And till next time. And Dallas, get ready. We're coming soon. Houston, we're coming soon. Corpus, we're coming soon. Donna, the Valley, we're coming soon. Be ready for los chamacos because we have so much stuff in store. And thank you, everybody who was watching. And thank you so much to the DJs. Thank you, everything. DJ Lee, thank you, Jorge. Thank you, Miss Mary. Thank you so much. About los chamacos, we love you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Hola, Gilbert.
And
Gilbert.
good night,
Thank you,
everybody.
sir.
George.
No, hey, Gilbert. I mean, it's been said, but hey, thanks a lot again, dude. And we'll be looking forward to it. And Ray, if you're still out there, much love, bro. I'm going to continue picking on you now, but, good night. Thanks for joining.
All right. Well, debate de Let's Talk Tejano here on Serious Tejano. Thank you all so much for joining us with Gilbert from Los Chamacos. We look forward to more interviews here on Serious Tejano and on TikTok. Go follow us on Let's Talk Tejano. You can find our channel. We are live every Tuesday night, 8 o'clock, talking about the Cultura Tejano Conjunto. So go find us on TikTok, here on Facebook. Let's Talk Tejano. Have a great rest of your evening, guys. Be safe. God bless. Hasta el otro.
Bye bye.